Shalom, giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Marha, Hadash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that do labor, teach the truth and sincerity. Shalom to all you Akim, you hope for elect on the highway and hedges, making your body a living sacrifice, according to Romans 12 and verse 1. Shalom to sincere believers as well, which consist of men and women. Shalom, Brakatham, and as always, Abba Ball. This is your brother Zakar Abban coming back with another video. This can be pretty quick. You know, this is just pretty much words of comfort, as it says in the book of First Thessalonians 4 and verse 18. Comfort one another with these words. So this is Psalms 1 and 1 in the GNT, straight to the point. Psalms 1 and 1 GNT, Good News Translation. Happy are those who reject the advice of evil people, who do not follow the example of sinners, or join those who have no use for the Most High. So that would be what the elect. Okay, that would be as it says in the book of let's get it. First Kings 19 and 18, in verse 18. And the reason, you know, I'm bringing this up ultimately because we see that the times we are in, and even more of how it's gonna get cranked up and turned up, pretty much with the Most High unleashing, you know, Esau Edom for one last hurrah, so to speak. Okay, this man is going to show why he is the devil. It will be no mistake of who the devil is in that day, meaning Jacob trouble. All right, so you're going to hear about it more and more. Okay, because this is, you know, the times we're in. It's prophecy, right? We're almost there. Okay, so this is First Kings 9 and verse 18, straight to the point. Like I said, not going to be long at all. First Kings 9 and 18, and it reads, it's going to the time of the prophets being, you know, put to death. Right, we start in the heading. It says King Ahab told his wife Jezebel. So you read the history in your own time, but I'm gonna go straight to the point. First Kings 9 and 18. Yet I will leave 7,000 people alive in Israel. All right, Apostle Paul gave this history as well in the book of Romans chapter 11. But it says, yet I will leave 7,000 people alive in Israel. In the KJV, he said that what he reserved 7,000. 7 just means completion. Not literal, not the literal 7, but just a complete number. And we understand that the elect, right, is 144,000, which is the head of the 1/3. Yah will leave 7,000 people alive in Israel, all those who are loyal to me and have not bowed to Baal or kissed his idol. The same thing now. Okay, modern day terms, we would, you know, the hopeful elect today would not be bowing down to this Western society, the Western way, and ultimately not taking the sihip, the little grain of rice. Right? We're gonna stand firm. Okay, we're gonna be like the you know, like the three holy children in the fire. Okay, during the time of what Nebuchadnezzar. Read that history in the book of Daniel chapter 3. Right, so the elect is ultimately going to be what? Firm and steadfast forever. So let's read Psalms 1 and 1, because the Most High had what already ordained them to win that you know, to win that reward. So Psalms 1 and 1, once again, happy are those who reject the advice of evil people, who do not follow the example of sinners. Okay, they will not what follow the example of sinners. You're gonna what reject it. You're gonna be contrary to this world, the same way people are contrary to us. All right, we don't mesh, although we use the world but not abusing it. But we don't mesh in this world, because this world, we understand, is not, you know, according to righteousness, or join those who have no use for the Most High. And majority of people that you come in contact with are not thinking about the scriptures. Although they can claim, you know, whatever religion, they are not ultimately rooted in the scriptures. So let's drop this. Let's get a few more. Let's go to the book of John chapter 10. Read a few, drop down. Let's start at verse start at verse 1. Then I'm gonna drop down as I said. Yahushua said, I am telling you the truth. John 10 and 1. GNT. The man who does not enter the sheep pen by the gate, but climbs in some other way, is a thief and a robber. Right? You got to come through Yahushua. All right. The man who goes in through the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. Yahushua. Once again, he's the top. Okay, the authority was given to him by his father, Yahweh. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him. The sheep hear his voice. The sheep is the elect. They follow the Lamb wheresoever he went. Book of Revelation chapter 14. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him. The sheep hear his voice as he calls his own sheep by name, and he leads them out. Okay, which is ultimately, you know, the Most High allowing for the believers of today to pretty much drop all the nonsense they grew up in. Okay, because it starts off with being renewed in the mind, then eventually that leads to what? Receiving salvation. So this is John 8 and verse 32. As it says right here, the truth will set you free. Yahweh Shai said to those who believe in him, if you obey my teaching, you are really my disciples. You are the true followers. Right? Like people like to say the word Christian, which, you know, ultimately just meaning, you know, follow the anointed. So we are the real ones that are really following the anointed, which is Yahweh Shai. You know the truth, and the truth will set you free. As we just read in the book of John chapter 10, what will lead us out, which is knowing the truth first and foremost. Okay, we are free, meaning what? We are renewed in the mind. We're not shackled with the ways of this world. We don't believe that, you know, we are free. We understand that now this world has an end. When I mean this world, I mean this age. Okay, and we go to that word world in the book of Matthew chapter 24, right? It goes into you know, age, ion, or aeon, or eon. It says when he has brought them out, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. Once again, the elect, as we've just read in the book of John 8 and 31 in the GNT, it says that what? That ultimately it says you really are what? My disciples. We are what? The true followers. They will not follow someone else. Instead, they will run away from such a person because they do not know his voice. I just read also in the book of Psalms 101. Okay, to pretty much sum it up, the elect, the hopeful elect today, will not be following the ways of this world. You know, their religion, their philosophies, their politics, whatever this world got to offer that is contrary to the scriptures, the word, which is Yahweh Shai, the hopeful elect would not be doing anything as far as going contrary when we come into this wisdom and understanding. Yahweh Shai told him, okay, so now let's skip down. All right, then it goes on and on. So I want to go to the book of same book, Salakia, John 10, but drop down to verse 27, 28, and 29. That'd be pretty much it. It says, my sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. Once again, the real disciples, the real followers of Yahweh Shai. Not hypocrites, not actors. Actually living it, preaching it, and actually, you know, abiding in it. Okay? Consistently meditating, you know, in this word. Meditating in Yahweh Shai. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. I give them eternal life, and they shall never die. No one can snatch them away from me. In the KJV, it goes to what? Pluck. Okay? The elect cannot be taken away. If you already deemed to receive salvation on the first go around, that's forever going to be your lot. Regardless if, you know, now different brothers, you know, may have to be martyrs, but ultimately, you know, they still going to be what? Winners at the end. I give them eternal life, and they shall never die. No one can snatch them away from me. Meaning what? You forever going to be rooted in Yahweh Shai. What my Father has given me is greater than everything, and no one can snatch, in the KJV goes to pluck, them away from the Father's care. Right? The Father and I are one, meaning what? In agreement. Okay? Just like the believers, you know, the believers are all in agreement. Whatever Yahweh Shai says, the believers is going to really believe it. Okay? Gonna be rooted, gonna be steadfast. You're not gonna be what? Snatched or plucked away. No matter how much, you know, hell they throw at you. Hell goes to what? Condition. So like I was saying, that's pretty much the point there. You know, just words of comfort. As it says in the book of 1 Thessalonians 4 and 18, comfort one another with these words. I'm gonna stop there. I'm giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha, Kodash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that do labor teach the truth and sincerity. Shalom to all you Akim, you hope for let on the highway and hedges, make your body living sacrifice, according to Romans 12 verse 1. Shalom, Brakatham, and Abba Ball. On to the next. I don't Ratazah, Lord's will. Shalom.